started. I'm out here early today. It's crazy. I'm the last one in the bed. I go to bed at 2 and I get my ass up at 6, 7. I'm the first one up and the last one to go to bed. But that's what I guess you know what that is. That's partly you see that bird over there. Yeah, get on, bruh. Get your ass out of here. They wait till I come and they want to run. You get your ass on. Yeah, he's sitting in into my tomatoes. I'm starting to wonder if it's a bug on my tomatoes. They starting to look kind of bare. I don't know if they just falling off a little bit or what. You can see the water stains from yesterday. I'm gonna water again. I don't know why some of the stuff I planted is not coming up. I do not understand it. I planted all this shit. What did I do wrong? Y'all know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna get some miracle grow. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me get some miracle grow. Let me get some miracle grow. Put this down right here. I don't feel like digging today. Y'all know what I do need to do? I need to redo this. I need to redo this. And then take it out and dump it. My husband's potatoes look good. Hmm. Anyway, let me get this miracle grow out of here. I'm gonna get my miracle grow on. I'm gonna do that. Let's see here, the treasures. Let's see here. I might put some of this on. I think I might have a couple of bugs over there. I have a couple of bugs over there fucking with stuff. Where's my miracle grow? What is that? Oh, I didn't know I had some potting soil. I have to remind him that I got some that we got some potting soil. Where the hell the fuck is the miracle grow? Hmm. I must have took that in the house. I was afraid it would get. I probably was afraid it'll get. Okay, y'all hold on. I'm gonna go get some miracle grow. I'm gonna go get some miracle grow. Shit, that ain't gonna work. Just right there for a second. I'm gonna go get the miracle grow. Let's see here. I'm in the garage. Oh Lord. I'll be hiding shit for myself. Come on, man. You can't lose the miracle grow. I bought a bunch of it too. Damn. Hmm. What did I do with it? If it's not out there, it's gotta be here. I'm looking in here. My husband got so many tools and stuff. Hmm. I don't know. I can't wake him up. Hmm. Shit. Damn it, man. How did I lose that? How the fuck did I lose it? I got 4 whole containers of it. Jeez. Right here. Miracle Grow. Hmm. That's crazy. How the hell? Okay, let's just move on. I just water regular. The hell did I do with the miracle growth? I mean, I know I got a lot of it too. Oh, don't leave it outside. Let me look one more time. Oh, haha. There it is. I'm in the garage. Y'all see? Hey, what's up, Mahogany? What's going on, lady? Good morning. Have a happy Sunday too. That's right, it's Sunday. Sunday. Sunday morning. People are going to church. What time is it? 8:30. People are going to church. Putting their clothes on. Got a bunch of little children sitting in a pew trying to not fidget. I think how many times have I been to church? I think I've been to church. I don't know, it's hard to say. Less than 10 times in my life. Yeah, I've been to church less than 10 times. All right, so what I'm doing today is I have a whole bunch on my docket. I got a whole bunch on my docket. I got to talk. Let me just give y'all an overview. I got to talk today. So much has happened. And uh I don't know, I'm gonna have to do a different stream about BGS, him and old AB. I'm gonna have to do a different stream on that. They just do a lot. And Edward. I don't know if I have time to talk about that, but I'll probably do a different stream. Maybe when I'm cooking later. I'm cooking. I'm cooking birria, birria tacos for the first time. I fell in love with these tacos. And these tacos are expensive. The Mexicans know they're good. I used to drive to this place on the South Side. It happened to be by this venue that I frequently was delivering to. And I discovered their birria. I said, birria, what is that? What is that? And I went in there, it's something called console, something like that. Console. It's like this soup, and you dip the damn man. That shit don't make no sense to be so goddamn good. So anyway, I'm gonna cook it because they charge a lot. They charge $17. Y'all know I'm cheap. I don't fuck around. It's crazy because I be cheap some days, and then other days I just be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm kind of back and forth, you know. Like, was it last week after I went to visit my brother? I went and just had a spontaneous lunch. I think I spent $50 on lunch by myself. That's a bad girl. That's a bad girl. A quick lunch. I ate that shit so fast, but it was really good. It was like it's a steak and chops upscale spot in Stonecrest area. And I just was like, let me try it. But that's what I do. I go to black owned businesses. And I think that's why I spend. I don't mind. But when it comes to other folk, I'll be like, I don't need it. I'll learn how to cook that. When it comes to black folks, I'd be like, let me spend some money. So yesterday I got to post the pictures. I went to Sealy's, right? Yesterday and I got what you call a kale wrap. $20, and I can make that shit. I got all the kale and everything here, but I be trying to really support black business, and it's important to do so. Let me tell you why it's important to do so, because of alchemy. Because of alchemy, seriously. Um, I'm smart with money. I call myself cheap. Um, but I make good choices with money. That's what I can say. Even despite being a woman, because we have a tendency to be very spontaneous and frivolous and, crazy with money. And we end up in crazy debt. It's just true. I talk myself out of shit all the time. May, no, no, no. You're not getting that. I know you want it. No, 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 no. But I have to still like we have a natural inherent thing as women where we want to spend money. So we have to find a way to do that smart, right? So I learned how to spend money on business. So every time I'm spending money on business, I mean spending money, it's on business. It's something that's going to turn over. It's an investment. So that's one way I've transferred, right? Alchemized my energy, my needs and desires to create balance. That's what I'm doing. I said, okay, I have this desire to shop. It's honest. Most women do. They go to the hair and beauty supply and they go crazy, spend $400. I go and I either go thrift store shopping or I go to some place that has a lot of clearance or I go to at home store. I'm investing and reinvesting in business. All of this stuff will make me more money. So that makes sense, right? So I try to make logical daily, all that philosophy about money and all that extra bullshit. But what are you doing with your daily money? That's what matters, right? That's why I started making my husband sweet tea. He was buying these what's it called? These tea something. Motherfucking 250 a piece. I said, brother, just ask me. I'm the tea queen. I'll make you tea. So I make him tea and I put it in the same goddamn bottle and it's I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I add lime juice to it, right? So it's very similar. It's Southern sweet tea, and I bottle it right in the same bottles. And so that's what I do when he has like this tea thing. So you'll see me making tea. But you know how much money that saves? How smart that is? Because he's probably buying two of them a day. That's $5 a day, and he's just riding out and about. Brother, grab the bottle. It's in the refrigerator. You see what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. Practical money. I guess you would say practical money. But I got what you call it here. So I got a couple of things on my docket I got to cover. And yes, I had to write me a timeline because yesterday I was rambling and I said to myself, see, May, if you're not focused, you just get off on a tangent and you end up all kind of places talking about all kind of shit. I started talking about Keisha and them damn liquor bottles. How did you get to Keisha and the liquor bottles? Anyway, hey y'all, good morning. So anyway, so today I'm talking about, let me see here. I gotta talk about, yeah, I was talking about BGS earlier. BGS and Edward. He would not let me, he kept trying to hold me back. I wanted to talk to Edward so bad. That's okay though. That's okay. He knew Edward was gonna crash out. That's why he wouldn't let me talk. He know I make he know I make Edward I'll make Edward crash out in like 20 seconds, 20 seconds flat. He'll crash the fuck out. So that's why he wouldn't let me talk to him. He was running interference like a motherfucker, boy. BGS was on my head. He was on my head. He wouldn't let me say shit to Ed. He knew I was going to trigger him. You know, Ed ain't got no self control. He's fully in his Ed. He's fully in it. He has no self control, none. I don't know how they tolerate him. His ass is crazy. But I don't wanna mess with Ed. He a donkey on the edge. You know what I'm saying? He might fuck around and get in his little raggedy car and drive to Georgia and choke the shit out of me. So I can't fuck with Ed too much. I don't want to mess with him. I can mess with people real bad. I can make them crash. I can make folk crash out real bad. And that's the truth. That's why some people don't mess with me. They be like, man, this lady right here. Cause I got that long throat. I got that long stroke. You know what I'm saying? I got that long stroke when it come to trolling. I get deep in your intestines, and you be like, "Oh my!" Now the thing is, I don't troll. Let me say that I don't troll BGS. I engage with BGS because I just find him absolutely interesting. He is. If y'all just like listen to him and how he's created, he's like the architect of the Matrix online. And I just don't know how he. Excuse me. I don't know how he's got an imagination like a motherfucker, man. He got a wild imagination. You know, I feel like he would be a person that would create video games. Honestly, I don't know if he got video game creating skills. Anyway, I ain't come on here to talk about BGS. I came on here to talk about myself. So anyway, where was I at? Anyway, that's why I find him interesting because he is a very imaginative person. Um, First and foremost, speaking of that whole crowd and crew, I have, in addition to them, I have other people who are worried about um, Miss May's marriage. So I'm gonna talk about that, and then I'm gonna talk about the importance of getting your hustle on as it relates to Big J and Don Gordito. And then I want to talk about Miss Late Late and Mr. Rucker. I do, and y'all know. I think y'all know who Miss Late Late is. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. But anyway, all right. So let me get started. I'm gonna do the seven when I get finished. So first and foremost, I'm gonna say this: these people, I got to water this whole garden, so I got time. Um, I'm doing it by myself. I got up extra early. If I wanted to get my husband to help me, I would have just did it later. But I like getting up early. I like getting up early. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. I need a I need a box or something to put this in. Okay. So anyway, you said, "Oh, hey, what's up, Big J?" You said you don't even know the history with them. I don't know the history with who. I don't know the history with who. I don't know the history with who. You talking about Don Gordito? All right, well, I'm gonna talk about it. I might not know the history, but I'm gonna talk about it. Y'all got it. Y'all have some commonalities. Y'all content creators with this YouTube stuff. Y'all got some commonalities. All of y'all. Y'all really do. I'm talking about people who want to create YouTube videos and be content creators. Y'all got some commonalities. I'll talk about it later. That ain't on my. Oh shit. Water. That's not on my. That's my second topic. I got to stay on my focus today. I'll get to that. Um, but you say you out. All right. So anyway, folks worry about my damn marriage so much. These unmarried people be worried about my damn marriage. They be killing me with that shit. I need a stir stick. I guess I'll use this. Stir this shit up. Put that over here. Put my tool, my stirring tool. Folks be worried about my damn marriage, y'all. They be killing me. They be killing me. So first and foremost, I think it is just funny. These unmarried people got so much to say about married people. Um, and I'm gonna start with just a real brief BGS. I'm gonna run through them real quick. Them Negroes be in the damn comments. I don't know why they so mad. I like talking to the man because he's imaginative. You know what I'm saying? I think he's interesting, and he got an answer for everything. That's what makes him intriguing. Whether he right or wrong, he got a fucking answer. That's the truth. But his crew, man, them dudes, them cult members, they so mad. I don't know why they so mad. They always got something to say. They in the chat talking shit, and I be reading the chat. And they lucky they ain't got no way I can contact them. But boy, I give them a piece of my mind. They lucky. They real lucky. I'll have a couple of them crashing out. Ah! The fuck? Hold up. Hold up. It's a bug. Hold up. Fucking bug in my shirt. Some just bit me. I hope it ain't. I hope I ain't. Ah! Oh! I hope I didn't run into a spider. Hold up. The fuck? Oh man. I'm paranoid. This is. Oh shit! My water. Okay, I know what it is. I gotta pull it out. This is a new Hello Kitty shirt, jacket overpull, and y'all see this? This was sticking me. That's the. I don't know if y'all can see it. That's what it is. It was rubbing against my skin. I thought that was a bug. That ain't no damn bug. Anyway, stir. So yeah, they be in the chat talking shit to me, and I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? And I know what it is. All these niggas is unmarried, and they bitter, and they just looking for an opportunity to talk shit to a black bitch. That's all it is. That's all it is. So they on there making commentary and saying rude ass shit. And the main thing that irritates, this is what I'm getting at. Where's your husband? You ain't married. Where's your husband? Why you ain't with your husband? Man, y'all don't understand how maddening that shit is. What is wrong with these single people? This is kind of heavy. What is wrong with these single people? What the fuck do they think marriage is made out of? What is wrong with them? This shows you they ain't never been in a fucking relationship. This verifies to me. A lot of motherfuckers is incels. When we got a boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, let's just use that for example. You got a boyfriend and girlfriend. Do y'all sit up under each other 24 hours a day? Do you? If you do, something is wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Okay. Married people do not sit up under each other 24 hours a day. Let's be clear. Married people do their own thing. Y'all got that? Married people. Let me tell you something. There are married men that still go to the strip club, okay? They're married. It happens. Their wife know it's not a big deal. Married men still go on vacation. Women who are married go on vacation.
They go on solo trips. They go on group trips. Okay, family trips. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all, this incel shit got y'all delusional. Y'all don't understand. I'm like, as soon as they see me on the internet, I thought you was married. What the fuck do being married got to do with being on the fucking internet? Now, if I wasn't on the internet, right, then guess what I could be doing? I could be doing a whole heap of shit, right? If I wasn't on the internet, I could be out cheating, right? I could be out with another man, right? But I'm at home on my internet with my husband. I'm over here listening and talking, and my husband is nearly to the point where he about to go to sleep. Y'all understand? In the same room. Cell phone, I got a plug in my ear, right? So I can listen to y'all little shit y'all talking, okay? I can hear in an earplug and be in the same room with my fucking husband. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all think married people just sit around in a room and twiddle their thumbs all fucking day? What's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? They are so weird. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Oh, I thought you was married. What do being married got to do with being on the internet, typing on a computer keyboard? If a bitch on the internet, then that's a whole lot of shit she ain't out doing, ain't it? A bitch could be at a club. A bitch could be running the streets. That's how you know I'm married, asshole, because I'm on a Saturday night on the fucking internet, you dummy. These motherfuckers is dumb. I done ran the streets. I'm home, okay? And I don't have to prove my damn marriage to nobody. They're so stupid. They ain't never been in relationships, so they really, really believe like people are in like intense guarding somebody, you know? Like I have to guard somebody. I gotta make sure. That's because if you gotta guard somebody, I don't want your ass anyway, okay? If you got to guard anybody and you got to be paranoid, they don't want you anyway. See, this is what it is. Y'all are manifesting that undesirability that you sense about yourself. You know your ass is a throwaway. So you assume that everybody else is walking around in insecurity, their relationship is on the edge. If they get on the internet, oh Lord, they're gonna get a divorce. What is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all not normal. Okay? Y'all not fucking normal. You can tell these are incels. They ain't never had a relationship in their life. They keep talking about somebody married while they on the internet. Just dumb. That shit don't even make sense. And they just keep saying it like it means something. And for the record, on Friday and Saturday nights, it's me, just for people to know, if you can't tell, me and my husband. He's in the same room. I'm watching TV with him. He's watching the sports and games and shit. I'm playing with my daughter. We in the same fucking room. So y'all can't see everything because everything ain't for you to see, but just so y'all know with your nosy asses. That's how that go down. And I just put a picture up, okay, of me playing. I play with my daughter. It's called Montessori model, right? Teaching style. And what you do is you give children an environment. You give them scenarios. It creates critical thinking and problem solving. And you are simply a guide and a playmate. You understand? That's the Montessori model. You give them all the tools they need to explore, and you let their brains do the rest. And you simply ask them questions and provide problems for them to solve. That is what I do. Okay? I do that with a lot of toys. I got a whole bunch of toys, manipulatives, and all that. So that's what I do for fun. My daughter thinks I'm playing with her, and I am. But I'm teaching her stuff, right? We're not just doing a restaurant. She also has to exchange the money, count the money back to the customer when they pay. I'm teaching skills while we play. Y'all understand? That's what I do Friday and Saturday night. I'm educating my kid, and my husband, he throws his 2 cents in. He's on the couch, and he's watching, what was he watching last night? It was some college game. I told him I thought it was lame, but I don't know nothing about football anyway. Who cares? But that's what I do, okay? So we play doctor, and we talk about medical terminology. I showed my daughter last night how to do CPR. Let me get up. Got me too focused. I gotta get my ass up and move around. I taught my daughter how to do CPR. We have to make up equipment that we don't actually have for the children who come to the children's hospital, which is officially Dr. Luna's medical office. That's what she named it. And we have all these baby dolls. We got to give them just. I give her scenarios. I say, okay, this person They have these symptoms. They have this. They have that. What do you think you need to do to treat them? Okay? And she'll be like, oh, they need Tylenol. They have a fever. Okay, good. Right? She'll do an examination and they got a sore throat. Ah, they may have the flu, you see? So we do creative play for problem solving purposes. So I introduced her to the concept of CPR last night. We had a patient baby doll that was short of breath. And so I went and I got some wet wipes and we created a cup and we created a oxygen breathing thing, right? We had to get them some oxygen because they was having a hard time breathing. And then I told her, I said, oh no, she's losing consciousness. And I talked about CPR and I showed her how to do it. Y'all understand? It's creative play. Synopsises and scenarios. You set up an environment for the child to learn. That's what I do. I play with my daughter Friday and Saturday night till she goes to bed. And so, just for y'all nosy motherfuckers who talk about why you ain't with your husband, I was with my husband all day. I was with my daughter all day. That's why y'all don't see me on this bitch all day. Shut the fuck up talking to me. Okay? They get on my nerves with these assumptions and lies. I've been on the phone, I mean not on the phone, but I've been with my family all fucking day long. All day. And most days are like that. And when I be on the phone, my daughter be at school. It's the weekend, baby. My daughter, when I be on the internet, I'm either in this garden or I'm cooking something, which means I was gonna be on my own anyway, because she's not allowed to come and bother me in the kitchen. You understand? So kitchen time is my time. So if y'all pay attention, you'll notice I don't be sitting on the internet all the time. You don't see that. So I don't know what they're talking about. But see, that's the thing when you don't pay attention to people and you just run your goddamn mouth, you don't know. But you see me on the internet when I'm in my garden and I'm watering and I'm doing this shit anyway. You understand? I got time to stream while I'm on my garden shit. I got time. Okay? I got time when I'm cooking. I got time late night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Why you on the internet with all these men? Man, just stupid. Late night, everybody in my house has been in the bed, right? I got time. I got time. And I'm not hiding. And I tell my husband I'm about to go upstairs and get on the internet. Be like, all right, I'm going to bed. My husband go to bed like 11, 12 o'clock. So that's that. Stop asking stupid stuff and stop making assumptions. This is dumb. And I'm trying to figure out how does that translate into you ain't married? Because you managed to have an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours late at night when your family sleeps. How does that translate into not married? It's just so stupid. It's so stupid. You can tell they incels. They people who ain't never had no fucking relationship. They think like incels. And if you like that to the point where you think you're gonna be consumed by a person, and that person eat, sleep, and breathe your ass because y'all married, you ain't gonna be in a relationship long. You are gonna smother the fuck out of somebody. They don't get the fuck on from you. You probably crazy, obsessed, and deranged. You probably motherfuckers just be creepy and shit, you know? Obsessive, compulsive motherfuckers. Don't nobody want to be with that. That's unattractive. You understand? One thing that's attractive about somebody, let me tell you, is somebody who has their own fucking life. Married or not married. A motherfucker who has their own goddamn life. Their own thoughts, their own hobbies, their own fucking friends, they own a lot of shit, okay? That's attractive. Being a codependent motherfucker sitting around waiting hand and foot looking at somebody, glistening in their eyes and shit, you a creep. You a creep. And that's why a lot of y'all ain't got no woman. That's why. That's why. Cause you creepy. You obsessive. You know how to get me in her take, but they say get five. Can I get 5 feet? Can I get 5 feet? You know what I'm saying? You ain't capable of that. That's why you keep hounding me. Where's your husband? Where's your husband? If he boo boo, I got a boo boo too. I'm just saying. Worry about the wrong thing. Worry about your fucking self. Worry about dying alone. Worry about that old folks home that's coming for you. How about you worry about that? How about you worry about needing to eat and ain't nobody put no fucking spoon in your mouth? How about that? How about that? Y'all worry about that shit. When your dick stop working. Worry about that. You don't worry about me. Motherfuckers got so much, they be irritating me. Ain't nothing worse than people who are low on the totem pole trying to talk shit. Ain't that worse than that? I swear to God. And I don't really have nothing to prove to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble because I don't got nothing to prove to them. I'm not insecure. I don't have like seriously. I don't have to like run down my situation and my circumstance. I don't have to defend myself. But that shit got on my nerves last night. I think it really got on my nerves because I really wanted to get at Ed, and BGS kept running interference. I really, really wanted to get at Ed. I had soon. I mean, I had what you call the troll thirst. It was bad too. I was like, man, if I could just say this and I could say that, I could get it. I can get his ass to crash out. I know that's a bad fucking ambition, but it's true. It's true. It's the honest truth. I wanted to get at Ed so bad because he blocked me a long time ago, years ago. He knew he couldn't handle it. And the thing is, Ed need to talk to black women because he talks about black women constantly. I think it only makes sense. I think it only makes sense. You talk about black women that much, you ought to talk to some of them. Talk to some. Don't that make sense? You got so much to say. Ed ain't got shit figured out. Anyway, I ain't coming here to talk about Ed. So the next thing about my marriage is Miss Late Late. She had a little raggedy string. Y'all, that shit was so pitiful. Now she's a femcel. Okay, Miss Late Late is a femcel. Let me say that first and foremost. So a lot of this conversation is about some incel femcel shit. If I'm honest, majority. Now Miss Late Late, she's a femcel. I think she's in her mid 30s, and she just doesn't have anything together. That's why she's late. And she came across me some maybe a year and a half ago or so because she just wanted so bad to comment because we was over there in Rumble having a good fucking time, boy. We was rolling in Rumble. We was rolling in Rumble, right? Because there wasn't no real there wasn't no real consequences, okay, in Rumble. So we was over there talking shit, trolling, roasting. We was having a good time. And she wanted some of the action, so she brought her ass over there. For the longest time, I ignored her. I just, she started making like little memes and stuff about me. And so it's so funny now in this late phase, she keeps saying, I don't engage women. Bitch, you sure was making memes about me. And they were not funny. She was like using Pokemon. You a nerd, bitch. I don't know what the fuck Pokemon is. I don't care. That's for children, okay? She was making, so I never got none of the jokes. I thought it was strange. I really did. I was like, what is she doing? She would call a Pokemon my name and somebody else a different name. I never got her humor. I didn't think it was funny. I ignored the broad. She wanted in on the fun so bad. She just needed to do something. I could see we was having a good time. We was rolling, man. The shit was, it was hilarious. It was a classic time. I'm gonna say that. The videos was rolling out. The roast was rolling. The truth was coming up. The shit was good. It was really good, right? So it was like high impact action time, right? It was a whole bunch of us, and we was just going in Rumble. Yeah, most of us had got kicked out of YouTube because YouTube ain't finna play the games we was playing. YouTube was like, get your ass out, you trouble. So we went over to Rumble and we was rolling, boy. We was rolling, and she just kept trying to jump in, Miss Late Late. And I was like, who is this girl? Who is this? And I didn't really pay her no attention. I looked at her little channel. I was like, she talking about divested women and homeless women. What's wrong with her? Like, why is that her interest? But I didn't really, pay no attention. I think I did a search of her, and it was like a whole bunch of like white men and some black men. I think there's MAGTOWs and men going their own way or something. SYSBM. And everybody was just kind of like, she's weird, she's dangerous, she's crazy. And I was like, she looks pretty harmless to me. And I still think she's very harmless. I think she's just a femcel who found a space to agitate people with what you call subtle, suggestive agitation. That's what she does. She's subtle and she just agitates people. And she wouldn't be effective if they just quit looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Whoever these people are, it's women too. But if you just type in Miss Late Late's name, that's what I did, and I was like, I don't know who she is. And like I told Woo, I said she just looks like she irritates a lot of people. That's all. She's not dangerous. She hasn't done anything to anybody really. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of harmless, but she's just agitated. You know, like a little gnat, a little fly that keeps trying to get on your food. She's like that. And I said, and she's kind of weird. And weird in black women is very rare, very rare. And I'm not gonna lie to you, she's like probably the first weird black female I've ever seen. We just don't kind of that's not our brand. Weird, you know what I mean? Weird, awkward. That's not really black women's brand. It's just not. Even we can be nerdy, but we're not weird. She's weird. And I said that from day one. I said, she's harmless. She's just a weird girl. And there's nothing wrong with being weird. There's some weird men. People are fucking weird. It's okay. So Miss Late Late, she proceeds to have a stream with Red Rooster yesterday. And I got wind of it. I got wind of it. Okay, what's it? Did I? Okay, I feel like I need to put more on the peppers. I got wind of this stream, right? Mm. I got wind of the stream. I put some more water on it. Bell pepper's going good. So I got wind of the stream, and so I went and I looked at it, and it was the weirdest stream, y'all. Let me tell y'all why it was weird, because they were claiming Red Rooster and Miss Late Late. They were claiming. I didn't finish telling y'all, but yeah, I ignored her for the most part because I just didn't see how she was relevant to the conversation. I didn't think she was funny. I didn't think she had anything to contribute. She wasn't part of how all this shit got started. This all started on Peso's channel. It started with Torch and some other people, and it turned into a rolling shitstorm. And it was fun. It was exciting. It was entertaining. It was something. And so slowly but surely, we started winding it down, and she was trying to crank it up. And I was like, "Who is she? What is she? She has no relevance to this situation or these circumstances. Why is she even involved? Why does she care? Why is she trying so hard?" And when I say trying so hard, as much as everybody ignored her, she just kept on making little comments. She got her a little Rumble channel, and she just kept making commentary. And I ignored her. Several of us just ignored her. We was like, we don't know who she is and what she wants, why she keep putting our name in her mouth. She kept talking about she was a commentator. We was just like, who are you and why are you here? So I have to say that the irony is not lost on me that what she decided to do, and I think honestly, I'm not lying. I think honestly, Mr. Rucker was one of the people that was very much involved in the middle of all this. And Mr. Rucker is funny. He is funny as hell. He does these clips. Mr. Rucker will make you crash out. Okay, he will make somebody crash the fuck out. He he got a way. He got a way to get to you. Okay, he got a real good way of making fun of somebody to the point where they even need to fucking laugh at themselves because the shit be so funny. But she's zeroed in. This is the truth. This is the truth of it. Nobody was paying her no mind. Peso wasn't paying her no mind. Torch wasn't paying her no mind. Nobody involved was paying her any attention. And she just kept on twerking. Look at me, guys. I'm part of this too. We was just like, nah, we don't know who you are. Go away. And she just kept coming, kept coming. And I really did. I just blocked her out. I just ignored her. I was just like, I don't care about who that chick is, what she doing. I don't know what she trying to do. This ain't got shit to do with her. She need to step off. You know what I'm saying? This is over here and you over there. Be in the audience, bitch. Be in the audience. But Miss Lately just insisted. And I think y'all, I'll be honest with y'all, I really think that because she's an online dater, I would never fuck it. I'm just telling you, I kind of be honest with you, I look down on it. I do. I look down on people who are trying to find love on YouTube and social media. I look down on it. That's just me. That's my opinion. And my opinion ain't worth shit, right? But I look down on it. But you got some people, that's what they do. If they gonna find somebody, it's gonna be on YouTube. I think that's so sad. You don't have nobody locally that wants your ass. You don't have no. Do you socialize? Do you go out? You don't have nobody in your local jurisdiction that wants to be bothered with you, that think you cute. Nobody that you got to deal with only the internet. I think that's weird. I just think that's fucked up. I think you bottom the barrel when you get to the point where the internet, YouTube is the only place to look for love, or even a option, a possibility. I think that shit's sad. I really do. But I think Miss Lately, she's one of them people. I'm not gonna roast her. She already catching hell, y'all. And I do have some good information from Miss Lately, so I hope she see the stream because I gotta tell her. And within the last 24 hours, there has been a revolution in the Trump. Because I was going in last night, I was just like, girlfriend, the last thing you need to be worried about is X, Y, and Z because them loans is gonna come for your ass. There's some hope, girlfriend. There's some hope. I did some research and preparation. See, that's why it's important to know the most up to date. Within the last 24 hours, they have had some changes in the Trump administration behavior towards student loan and student loan forgiveness. So I'm gonna talk about that in a little while. But anyway, this bitch just kept coming and coming, and she kept, look at me, I'm twerking, look at me, my booty's moving, look at me, I'm bopping my titties. I mean, I was just like, what is she doing this mating call for? Nobody over here needs her to comment. She's not involved. Where did you come from? Why are you here? And I just, like I said, I ignored her. But I believe, honest to God, what happened was she saw Mr. Rucker and she likes him. She's one of them type of motherfuckers that's low enough that they would actually date people on the internet, looking for somebody on the internet. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not being mean. I'm telling you, that's the type of level of desperation Miss Late Late is on. She probably can. I mean, let me just be honest. We found out that she had dated a dude who was a MAGTOW. He was on the internet based. This is where she got her name from. His name was Mr. Elite. She named herself Mrs. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, did your eyebrows go up? Did your motherfucking eyebrows just go up now? You see what I'm talking about? Miss Late Late is in her mid 30s. And the best thing she can do without really accomplishing anything. Oh, God, there goes the squirrel. There he goes. Well, he ain't in the house no more. So we put him out. We had to pest people. They call it the. Anyway, I ain't gonna think about that squirrel. Anytime I come out here, he come. He swears somebody fucking with his nuts. Anyway, but yeah, so I think this is what I really think. I think that she. Let me get up. I gotta keep reminding myself to keep moving. Be moving, May. Be productive. Goddamn it. Okay, let's do the let's do the tea trees. So I personally believe that she saw him and she got turned on. And she thought, because this ain't she shops on YouTube for a man. If we there's evidence, I ain't making up shit now. I'm not making up shit. There's evidence. She named herself after this man, this here man that was on the internet, and they was in a so-called relationship. So I'm not lying and I'm not making up shit, but I think she was looking for a replacement. So maybe dude. At the time, Mr. Rucker was single. I could not understand why she kept hanging around. Why do you keep coming around? You don't have nothing to do with this. And it soon revealed itself. This femcel had her mind set on Mr. Rucker because no sooner did this shit start dying down, she started turning up. Guess who she started turning up on? Mr. Rucker. Yep, she started turning up on Mr. Rucker. She sure does. She keeps focusing on him. Then she starts making videos about him. She's making commentary every hour on the hour. Quite obsessive, I have to say. Zeroed in on him. She didn't think about nobody else in the group. She stopped having anything to say about anybody else but who? Mr. Rucker. So I have come to the conclusion that the reason why she even engaged from the beginning was because she had her sights on she set her sights on getting his attention. She thought there was some potential there. I'm convinced of it. And y'all, it's been like a year and she ain't went away yet. She gets more obsessive and more obsessive. You tell me what the fuck it is, you know? And she goes through these whole things and you can tell it's an obsession. It's an obsession because I've seen her do videos late night and then she deletes them. You know, she'll do all these streams and then she delete them. Like she has second guesses. So she puts a lot of thought into all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? She's dedicated. She's dedicated. And so I believe that there's some kind of online desire, um, attention, like for real, that she has towards him. Now he since then, all of this time, he's always been in relationships, unlike her. But Miss Late Late, I think she can't let go. And I've said that before. She rejects the idea that he's married. He's married, but she just cannot let go. And again, that's the obsessive shit. That's the kind of shit that contributes to you being a weirdo. Most black women, if we are obsessed or we start acting a fool, it's because we've actually invested in a relationship with you and the shit is going left and we mad about our investment. This is the opposite. You ain't invested shit, but your time and your obsession. If he prints something right now, if he publishes something right now on his stream, I don't care how little it is. 5 minutes later, she'll have a response for it. That's what I'm talking about. There's like 20 people at that time involved in all of this, but she managed to focus on one person, which is Mr. Rucker. So it is my opinion, based on just drawing natural conclusions, that she's got something and desires to be like an online flirt buddy, lover, or some shit. I don't know what the fuck you do with people online. I don't honestly know. I don't know if people's goal is to get in the DMs and get on the phone. I don't really know. Is the goal to like meet up and date in person? I don't know. Get flowed out. I don't know. I'm just basing. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how you start a YouTube love. I don't know. I have no clue. So I don't know what she wants from him. Okay. But she won't stop paying attention to him. She won't stop talking to him and about him. And the crazy thing is it's kind of infantile because she acts like I don't want to be bothered. I want him to leave me alone. I'm done. I'm done. Miss Late Late is never done. She only intensifies her obsession. I believe she wants a YouTube lover. That's what I really think. And I think she set her eyes on him. She went over to Rumble and harassed the hell out of him. And she got his attention. And I'm just be honest with you. Mr. Rucker's the kind of person, he's fucking funny as hell. And if you want attention, he gonna give it to you. He gonna make a whole ass out of you the whole time he doing it. And he's done that. He's done it. He has made an ass out of Miss Lately. He has read her from the beginning to the end, okay? The alpha and the omega. He didn't drag her and laughed at her, use sound bites, man. The shit is hilarious. It is hilarious. And he picked up on some shit. These certain sounds and shit she be making. I was like, whoa, I didn't even notice it. He's very in tune to the detail. He picked up on a whole bunch of shit. He did like a series of sound bites. I was like, whoa. It's like or audio body language. That's what he picked up. Audio body language. I don't know if they got a term for that. There may be a term for that. But it was body language that was audio. You could hear it. Deep breathing and stuff. I was like, whoa, well that I don't do that online. I don't do that online. You know what I'm saying? There's something to it. So he started picking up on that and started picking at her. But anyway, I don't want to go on and on and on about this. But what I do want to say is that the two of him, who was it? I'm just giving y'all the background of how she got to be in the picture. And she refuses to go away. And I've said that over and over again. If he bothering you that bad, if he trolling you that bad, if it's all that, I have said over and over again, chick, all you gotta do is stop looking. That's all you gotta do. If you don't see it, it don't exist, right? It's real simple. That's how you know she want it. She want it. She want that rucker. She want that rucker. Because she will not leave it alone. Um, but them two last night, I'm gonna hit that part about the marriage part. Them two last night, Red Rooster and Miss Late Late, they sat there and proceeded to. There's some women out here claiming to be married that ain't married. I tell y'all what, they not in the law. I tell y'all what, just for my own little satisfaction, I'm going to take a picture of my wedding license, okay? My marriage license. Just so y'all can be okay. Because y'all keep worrying about that. And we need to dispel the myths, okay? I have one and I don't mind publishing it. I'm gonna block my husband's name, but I'm gonna publish it so y'all can see. When I get off, I'm gonna go upstairs and then pull it out of the file and I'm gonna take a picture of it for you, okay? Is that okay? Because y'all worried about it. Y'all be worried about folks married. I'm the only one been married. That's what he said. Man, get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I've had y'all say this shit over and over again. You ain't really married. Okay. I'm gonna satisfy y'all and dispel the myth. I've heard so many people lie and say so many things about me, and I have to just dispel it so they can stop saying all that dumb shit. Just stop it. Okay? I'm gonna publish that so y'all can have your little heart married.
And I have already explained before, got married in 2011. I've said that over and over again. My husband had shoes that he had custom made by Nike, and the side of them says 2011. I got married 2011. Y'all do the math, okay? What year is it? Okay? Y'all do the math. I got with him, my husband, when I was 26. We've been together since I was 26. This husband, 26. From 26, how old am I now? How old am I? Let's do the math. I've been with my husband since I was 26. I'm 47. Y'all do the math now. How many years is that? We've been together. Okay? All right. And I'm going to show y'all the marriage certificate. And as I said before, we did not get married on paper. My first marriage, we did not get married on paper. We had a wedding and we got married spiritually. I got a video if y'all need to see the whole fucking marriage. My daddy, my mama, my grandmama, my husband, all the guests. Y'all, what do y'all need to see? Okay, what do y'all need to see? I published pictures of the wedding. I got a pink dress on. My husband has on a white suit. What's so hard about this? But I'm gonna publish the marriage license because y'all so nosy, y'all so worried and obsessed. But my first marriage, I told y'all I am Islamic based. We do contracts. Y'all got it? Contracts. Marriage contracts. Now that y'all not gonna see. That's not your business. Everything ain't for the internet. Marriage contracts. I told y'all the other day, me and my husband joked about whether or not the marriage contract will be renewed. It's a joke. It's an ongoing joke. The marriage contract is the most important thing. These little bullshit ass, what you call it, um, marriages because you went to the courthouse for legal purposes. That's when you need a marriage certificate. And so, for legal purposes, that is the reason. Marriage itself doesn't need any standing. Since the beginning of time, people have been getting married because the community recognizes the marriage and the building of two families. Since the beginning of time, this is the oldest creation. It's the community and the families that recognize marriages. Everybody in the Islamic world knows that. There's plenty of Muslims. How do you think they have three, four wives? They're not legally married to anybody. That's how. Dummies, dummies. This is Western mentality that you have. And just so you know, because y'all so damn nosy, the reason why I finally got married to my ex-husband, we had a nikah, his family, his friends, my friends, we had a nikah, Islamic marriage. I'm talking about my first marriage, okay? Blessings of the parents, all of that happened. Acknowledgement of the marriage. We did not go to the courthouse. We got married in Al Farouk Masjid. We have an official marriage contract signed by the imam. We don't need to go. See, that's the thing. You a Christian trying to implement your ideas and beliefs. Red Rooster, again, you're loud and fucking wrong. You're loud and fucking wrong. The whole Islamic world operates a certain way, and it's not westernized, okay? Y'all marriages fall apart in America. You understand? So y'all don't have it together. Y'all don't have it figured out. I know I sound like Shaheed Boseman, like I ain't part of this shit, but I'm just telling you, since I was a young girl, I have been trained in an Islamic mind, an Eastern mind. I become Western because of I came out of seclusion. I came out of seclusion. Had I stayed in seclusion, I probably wouldn't be how I am now. But you have to seclude yourself and to be Eastern minded in the Western world. I got westernized friends. You understand? I started doing westernized things instead of staying in seclusion. I decided not to guard myself, and I became part of the world I didn't want to be part of. So I'm in an equilibrium. I mean, what do you call it? Purgatory. I'm in purgatory. It is a kind of hell. Yesterday, matter of fact, I was at the mosque yesterday, and man, it was fucking me up because I was putting up the decorations and the curtain installation, and the imam started doing the call to prayer. Man, I almost fell out. I almost fucking fell out. It was just like a ton of bricks just hit me. And I started seeing everybody pray. Of course, I kept moving and putting up and decorating and stuff, but everybody started praying. I was like, man, this shit is hard. It's hard. It's hard being stuck. It's hard being stuck. I want to go back so bad, but then I think about how I'm gonna fail. I know I'm gonna fail. I know I'm gonna fail. So I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to live a hybrid life. I'm gonna have to live a hybrid life. I don't think I was ever a good Muslim. You know, and it's a lifestyle. You know, it's not so much about all the philosophy. God is God. It's easy. God is God. Be good. Don't be an asshole. Treat people right. That's basic for all religion. But it's the lifestyle of Islam that I love. I love the spirit of Islam. I love the way it feels. I love the order. I love all of that. But I always fail. So anyway, I won't get on that. I'll start getting sad. Um, but I am what I am, and I'm truthful. If I was a liar, then I'd be in trouble. But at least I'm truthful with myself. At least I'm honest with myself. At least I can see the real me, right? A lot of people are fake as fuck. You got a lot of fake ass Christians. You know, that's one thing I can't stand about Christians. They're so fake, absolutely fake. All that holy bullshit, and they be some of the most demonic motherfuckers. You know, they just do all kind of fuck shit. I'm talking about in real life. They be molesting kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they running around here trying to tell other people, you need to know Jesus. You over here doing dirty shit though, and they hide their shit. That's the difference. They hide it. They hide it well. Anyway, I won't get on religion. But my point is this. My point is this. Red Rooster, you again are loud and wrong. You're loud and wrong. You know why you're loud and wrong? Because you don't know enough. Okay? The culture I'm subscribed to, for the most part, that shapes my understanding and reality is a culture where the community, the family, the friends, the people around who you engage with recognize your marriage and you act like you're married and you have those duties to that person and you actually fucking fulfill them. That's what marriage is, okay? It's not some white person's fucking piece of paper, okay? It's not. Down at some fucking courthouse. This is all new. You do understand that, right? People have been existing since the beginning of time. Again, you loud and wrong, okay? And most of the Islamic world, they have marriage contracts. They don't have to go and get some legal shit. Even in America, that's the case. The average Muslim don't run their ass down to no fucking courthouse. The average Muslim doesn't. Now, if you have some reasons, okay. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, my friend who moved to California, she's Pakistani. And she has an older husband, and I was telling her about 2 years ago. I said to her, I said, you know what? She actually, this is the one that's traveling the world right now. She be in like Bangladesh, then she'll be in Spain. She's been traveling the world for she married a wealthy Indian, okay, a Pakistani. And she's been traveling the world for almost 3 years now. And she be going everywhere. And she said she has the most amazing pictures. And anyway, um, that's her lifestyle, just to travel the world. So she pretty much just blogs all of her daily stuff, and she stays in most countries for 2 3 months, and then she moves to another country with her husband. But I had told her my advice to her. I told her, I said, he's older. He's an older man. He's got a lot of assets and a lot of things. I think you should get legally married. She is Pakistani. She is Muslim. They are not legally married. It was my advice to her to get legally married. Do you know why I gave her that advice? Because most Muslims don't get legally married. They have a marriage contract. So this is a difference of culture. So you're again loud and wrong, talking shit. You don't understand. The only reason to go to the courthouse is because you have a legal reason. And I told her, I said, if this motherfucker croaks, his children from his last marriage are going to come in. They're going to swoop in and swear you're a nobody to him. And in America, your ass will be ass out. All them properties he owned, you won't have shit. And you are in the state of California, which means that you will be first choice if you're legally married to all his assets, unless he leaves them in his will otherwise. But you need to be legally tied to him. This marriage contract will not do. If this motherfucker croaks tomorrow, his assets, his bank accounts, his money, his stocks, he's a Google, what do you call it? A Google, he's a Google executive. I'm not saying he's the top Google executive. I'm saying he isn't a Google, he's retired. He was a Google executive, okay? He was in Silicon Valley, okay? And I let her know because I know how Muslims do. Muslims, a lot of times, they do not get um, legally married. It's a marriage contract. So you again, like I said, Red Rooster, you're loud and wrong. Trying to act like people, you know, you gotta deal with this. Now maybe that's true in America. People talking about my wifey, that might be fake, right? Because don't nobody know the bitch. She's a late night creep. That's different. That's Western culture. You can tell somebody they're not married because they don't go down to the courthouse and have a record. Muslims don't operate like that. So you telling me and trying to say that I don't have a legitimate this and legitimate that because I didn't get it from day one. We don't operate like that. Okay. The same thing with my ex-husband. We had a marriage contract. So just shut that shit up. That shit's stupid. And I eventually did go and get a marriage license with my ex-husband when I got married to him at 17. I eventually did many years later. Many years later, there was a legal necessity for it. So we got it then. But if you're trying to use that as a guide to when we got married, you're a fool. You're stupid. You're loud and wrong again, Red Rooster. You're just dumb. Okay? Sometimes y'all be talking and you don't know enough about people and their background. You just be running your goddamn mouth. Okay? You're loud and wrong. Same thing with this marriage. My ex-boyfriend was Muslim. This husband is a what is he? What the hell is he? My husband is a heathen, which is it suits me just fine. My husband is a heathen. But he totally respects my own culture and lifestyle as it relates to my spiritual understanding. He totally respects it, right? He fell in love with me for all of me, including my Islamic background. He understands how I am when it comes to clothes. He don't push me, hey Meg, go show your ass off, put your titties out. He knows that's not the type of chick I am. I've always been covered. I cannot go out naked. I don't know how to do that. I would feel extremely uncomfortable. Don't think I hadn't tried it now. I have stuck with Islamic background for a very, very long time. I cannot undo it. And that's the same thing. In Islam, you don't change your last name. They don't do that in Islam. That's why my name is still my last name. So don't try to perpetuate and put your Christian bullshit on me and talk crazy to me when you don't understand. We are different. You got that red rooster? We're different. You can't understand where I'm coming from. So just cut that bullshit up. So you haven't been married. You haven't been married. You full of shit. And when there was a legal necessity, which all Muslims do, they will get married when it's legally necessary, but not before that. The marriage contract, the family, the imam who marries you, okay? That is where the marriage begins. Before they had county courthouses, how do people get married, dumbass? See what I'm saying? You think you're so smart. Your ass is stupid. Think about the totality of human history. How do people get married? The recognition of the marriage by the holy folk, the religion, right? The ceremony, the families blending. That was the recognition of marriage. Your ass is just too fucking Western. Backwards ass Christian. That's your goddamn problem. And you think everybody's like you. I told you you need to get your country ass out of fucking Florida sometime and go somewhere. You so fucking country. You don't go nowhere. You ain't did nothing. And you think you got it all figured out, and you would you just be loud and wrong, just loud and wrong with your lame country ass accent. Your accent is horrible. Your accent sucks. You need to get that shit fixed. I'm just saying, loud and wrong with a country ass accent. Hey man, you can't beat that. Yeah, now you done got me irritated. Cause I'm just thinking about how stupid you are. As much as I have talked to you, that just cooks my cake. That just cooks my fucking cake. And that's really what it boils down to. You have people trying to press their Western philosophies and understanding on people who are not westernized. And it's just disgusting. Motherfucker gonna sit here and be loud and wrong. You're not married. Motherfucker, I got a whole man, please. That just irritates me. Coming from a married man too. You know what? I can't even take it personally because I'm gonna show the certificate and be done with it. And do you know, do you know? Let me just say that now. The reason why my marriage certificate says the date it says is because I knew that I needed to legally in America be bound to this man, my husband, okay, before bringing a child into the world, before putting a very, very big insurance on both of us for the benefit of this child. You understand? Before you handling all your business, taking shit up to the next level, you do want to be legally married. So high risk pregnancy, right? If something were to happen to me in this high risk pregnancy, right? I would need to have my husband be able to make a decision, put her on the machine, take her off the machine. Black women die in childbirth all the time. I'm 38 years old. So legally, I had no choice based on the circumstances, but to have a legal marriage through the state. Okay? But that's not my go-to for marriage. We're just not the same. Okay? And if something happens to a parent and they're not legally married, then who's the guardian, right? All this baby daddy, baby mama stuff. I didn't want to get caught up in none of that. So it was important to me before bringing a child into the world to make sure that we had a legal, recognized relationship so that any medical complications that might come and render me unable to make decisions on my own behalf, that I had him as my voice. You understand? I don't like to get all deep into shit, but I'm just saying. I'm a Eastern thinking person. You are a Western Christian. We're not the same. You ask most Muslims, they'll tell you they don't get legally married unless it's necessary. And that may be years later when necessity happens. So you're just a man who knew too little. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna cook your cake today. I'm gonna publish the damn marriage license. You can shut your ass up. I hate when people be lying. I don't mind if people joke on me and talk shit and make up stuff sometimes, but just be lying and wrong, especially coming from that one. Especially coming from that one. But anyway, let me move on to Miss Late Late and Mr. Rucker. I talked about that already. But Miss Late Late, but then let me say this too. That little conversation that they had last night, Red Rooster and Miss Late Late, that shit was pathetic. I hope they deleted that. Because what you see in the video for the most part, hey, what's up, Gabe? What's going on? What's going on? Good morning. But what you see in the video is a lot of coping. See, Mr. Rooster, Mr. Red Rooster, Mr. Loud and Wrong, he fuck around and they deleted him. They deleted him off of YouTube. And he been talking shit all about all of us. That's why y'all can't be on YouTube. Y'all act stupid. That's why YouTube put you off. You can't follow the rules. You can't do this. He's so high and mighty. Boy, whoo, his arrogance just, ooh, it just gets on my nerves so bad. He's so arrogant. He like he know everything. Well, his ass got deleted. How about that? So now you get to eat that cake. You get to eat that cake, brother. Your ass got deleted. He's no longer on YouTube. But guess what, y'all? Nobody's fucking looking at his shit anyway. Nobody in the manosphere ever heard of him. I'm just keeping it real. Nobody never heard of him. And so it doesn't matter that his channel is gone because nobody wasn't looking at it anyway. He actually thinks he's a content creator. He thinks he's a worshiper of Obsidian, which is really fucking funny. And Kevin Samuels. So he's just a hot mess. Okay? And all he ever did was get drunk on his channel and start talking shit. That's all he ever did. He get drunk and get in his car. He about like Edward. At least Edward don't drink. He get drunk and he start talking shit. That's all he ever did. Late night, sitting in the dark, drunk, slumped over, talking shit. That's all he ever did. Is that representing the manosphere?
I'm just saying, is that the best representation? But he's real self righteous. So this mug is just funny because he talks such a good game, but his ass is raggedy. He's raggedy. He's raggedy as hell. But he's self righteous at the same time. That's the shit that's maddening. You got a self righteous motherfucker. Oh, whoa. Uh-oh. I feel a spider web. I'm walking into something. Gotta be careful. I'm walking into spider webs. Okay. Gotta get to the upper garden. Okay. I finished the bottom. But yeah, just loud and wrong. But they had a coping session last night. And man, the lies that was told, they were extraordinary. They were extraordinary. These lies. Man, so much coping. I never seen nothing like it. They were just going on and on, telling lies. I'm trying to recall some of the lies. It had me laughing because the shit was just being made up. Now I want to say this. Shout out to Femi. Shout out to fucking Femi. Okay, I always told y'all Femi was a decent person. I've been said that. I always said Femi wasn't evil. I knew that. But what I do see in Femi is real clear on what she needs to be doing. I'm gonna say that. Whatever that is, she knows I don't. But she's clear, right? And she wants to spend her energy in productive ways. That I get. Femi don't have time, don't want to be bothered with stupid shit that ain't making no money and making no progress. And I'm gonna say that and be done with it. And so it only makes sense logically that she don't want to be bothered with a bunch of stupid shit. Trolling, harassing people, doxing folks, acting crazy on the internet. She just don't want to be bothered. And as much as people have tried to pull her into stuff, she is free from it. Okay? She's free from it. She's still her same self. She just don't want to be bothered with stupid shit. I respect it. I respect it. And I wouldn't try to pull nobody into some shit they don't want to be bothered with. If it's not serving her, I talked about this yesterday. If something is not serving you, then fuck it. You don't need to be part of it. Okay? And sometimes you outgrow stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. Let people go. Let them go. Stop trying to drag them into some shit they don't. It's not serving them clearly. If they were serving them, they'd be doing it. It's not serving her. She don't want to be bothered. So leave her name out of it. Leave her alone. Y'all so desperate to have a group. There is no group. It's just two lanes. Miss Late Late and Red Rooster. Just two wrong lanes. And both of them got the same problem. They struggling with relating to the opposite sex. And so they're finding some kind of coping in each other. That's the truth. Now I know he's supposed to be married. I know. I know. I know. I know. But clearly, but clearly, other women outside of the home are necessary for his sustenance. For whatever reason. I don't know. I don't have the answers. Right? And it always starts the same way. It starts with, ooh, you're so cool. And then it turns into something else. Then it turns into something else. So it's not romantic. Let me say that. Let me be clear. It's not romantic. It's not that. It's just a need to connect to black women. He has a desire and a need to connect to black women by any means necessary. That's just who he is. He's been like that probably for a very, very, very long time. And so he love bombs women, not love like romance, but just praise and all this type of shit. But then he got that flip side, that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I found out naturally and organically. He has a love hate relationship with black women. Okay? And every so often, his hate, which is venom and rage, it comes the fuck out. It comes the fuck out. Red Rooster don't know how to suppress that shit. It comes the fuck out. And he crashes out. He literally crashes the fuck out. He gets drunk. He get on his little channel that's gone. It's deleted. And so all of that coping the other day, talking about he won. I won. I won. It's a sick cycle, man. You gotta let go. You gotta let go. That cycle of hate, man. Y'all, I think Mr. Rucker might have it on Rumble since the channel got deleted. And I'm gonna talk about that. Who the fuck deleted it? Because I am so curious. I think I know. I think I know. I think it's the bitch with many colors. That's what I think did it. I think she got together with some other females, maybe even Miss Late Late, and Miss Late Late keeping that quiet. That's that. I don't know. I can't speak on whether Miss Late Late know or not, but I definitely think the woman of many colors. I think she took that shit right on out. I honestly think she's on a roll because I've seen another channel that's real sick and sadistic, and she took that shit out too. I believe. They ain't say I be blaming her for everything, and that could be true. Because I just think she on evil like 24 hours a day. But she over there and I'm over here and I ain't gonna bother her. And she ain't bothering me. So I'm gonna let it be. You understand? 'Cause I don't like rumbling with her. She's just a handful. I got shit to do. I ain't got time to be rumbling with her. I don't. Mm-mm. That's a lot. That right there is a monster. That's a lot. You know how you say it's a lot to handle? That one right there. Mm-mm. Take all your energy, huh? Just drain you. Fucking succubus. I'm good. I'm good. I'm right. I'm right where I need to be. Mm-mm. I am not finna box with that bitch. I'm good. But the woman of many colors. I think she did it. And I'm not saying that to try to start no trouble, but I imagine just based on who I know her to be, that when she heard that shit, there wasn't no making up for it. That shit was toxic as fuck. I try to just, be a little like, oh, that's over there, that's not me. But that shit was toxic. I gotta call it like it is. Your body is no more good. This drunk rant, it was, you just say to yourself, this motherfucker's dangerous. Just if you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? You just listening to that and just going on and on and on about how much hate he has for this type of woman and that type of, like I said, I wasn't offended for myself personally. I didn't take it personally. But I'm sure there are a lot of them chicks are BWE. Okay, let's keep it real. A lot of them chicks that Miss Late Late runs with were definitely offended. And the smart ones of them pretended they weren't. Okay? There's that. The smart ones pretend they're not offended, forward facing. You understand? If you understand, you understand. Because, see, a lot of people don't have to put their emotions out for you to understand and know. Matter of fact, the people who might be the most offended are the ones that's going to pretend that they're not offended. Right? Right? So the question is the mystery of the missing, what should we call it? The raptured Red Rooster channel. Who did it? Who fucking did it, y'all? Who fucking did it? I think the bitches that acted that they were not offended were the most offended. That's what I really believe. The bitches is smiling. You can't really make up for that. That shit. I mean, unless you come with a forward-facing, true apology. But it couldn't even be an apology because that's how you really, really fucking feel. You really got some real bent up hate, pent up hatred, and bitterness in your heart. Dude, you got some bitter, 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 bitter shit. And it's probably worse than any of these dudes that be hollering and huffing and puffing on the manosphere. I don't even think you're not manosphere. You're just somebody who doesn't know where to place that deep, deep level of hate. And where that deep, deep level of hate comes from, I don't know. Because you biracial. So whatever that is, it ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? That part of it. You being biracial, your daddy black. So that hatred didn't for black women didn't come from there. I'm just saying. And you beige and shit, maybe I don't know. You angry about being beige, I don't know. But that ain't got shit to do with black women. So what the source is, I don't know. And he got Red Rooster got married at like 18, 19 years old to a black woman. So who the fuck did it? I'm just saying, I got a lot of who questions. Who fucked you up so bad that even though you married by 18, you ain't had a lot of experience. You ain't been through no child support. You ain't been through no divorce court. You just loud and wrong about black women. You just so angry. And it came out that day. That drunk alcohol, it brought the anger out, the bitterness. And that shit was ugly, man. And you tried to talk about, Mr. Rucker. Oh, Mr. Rucker, what'd you say? He's over there with the gynocracy. Nah, any man with some decency and maturity can hear that you got a problem. Any fucking man. It ain't got to be about no pills and none of that shit. Anybody listening to that, a therapist, a psychologist, a basic anybody
listening to that shit you did, just the sounds and the shit that was coming out your mouth, it was anger. I mean, you got some rage, like hell-based rage. And like I said, ain't been no black women in your life for you to act like that. So you projecting some other shit on the black women. And why I do not know. Maybe black women to you are an easy target. What the fuck going on over here? It looked like something that ate my damn plant. I'm not finna worry about it. You know what? No, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm gonna find him. He's here somewhere. So that's what I'm saying. Red Rooster, that shit was toxic and ain't nobody forgave you for it. Because you have not been apologetic. You have not been apologetic. And that whole video was just straight coping. That shit was all cope. Okay, I guess it's just I don't know. I don't see a bug unless he's in there. Is he in there? Did he climb in there? I don't know. Let me squeeze it. If he's in there, he's dead now. Dead motherfucker. Yeah, I don't see it. He's doing something to this plant. He's killing it. I can't see him with my bears. I'm gonna have to get my I got a what you call it, looking glass. Micro not micro is it detective. What the detective had? A little glass. I got one of them. So I have to use that, see if I can find him before he start trouble on the rest of these plants. Okay, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. I gotta go soon. I'm cooking pita tacos. But man, I'm trying to remember what else. I should go on Rumble and just cut a fool, but I don't got time today. So that's why I'm doing what I got to do now. And I had one more topic. Yes, hustle. Big J and the hustle. Big J the hustle and Don. So I'm gonna move on from these two. But what I will say about Red Rooster, you need to go get you a therapist. You need to get a therapist. You are totally delusional. You are out of your fucking mind. And I want to point this out. One of the things he said, he doesn't even think about what he's saying. He's so country with his fucked up accent. He's so country. I just be one. I can't say what I want to do because I have violent tendencies. If I say it, then I'm gonna get a hit. Not like nothing extreme, but I always have just I have fantasies sometimes taking my hand. Y'all see my hand? That's my hand. This hand is my daddy's hand. I just want y'all to know that this is my father's. Literally, if I put my hand next to my daddy's hand, you'd be like, damn, that girl got her daddy's. This is literally my daddy's hands. These hands look just like mine. I inherited my daddy's hand. But I have fantasies, y'all. Y'all see this hand right here? Y'all see this hand right here? Y'all see this hand? I be having fantasies, boy. Sometimes. Some folks just get on my nerves, and I just be wanting, die. You know, that's that. That's that. That's that. What you call that? That shadow me. I have fantasies of just slapping people. I do. Like I just be thinking like how the sound gonna hit when on my hand. I'm just being honest. This is a shadow self. Whatever. I'm being real, right? The smack of the skin. The impact, the sting, if you hit hard enough. Yeah, I be thinking about that shit sometimes. Anyway, ooh, the thrill of it all. Anyway, I'm about to talk about the hustle. But oh, that's the last point I was gonna make. Red Rooster proceeded to tell lies, talking about he was coping so bad. I'm winning. I'm winning. No, you're not winning. You're not winning. And I think it is sad. He doesn't spend time for real with his folks. He doesn't. And that's the energy he should spend. He's married. And like I said, you see me in the garden early on, they sleep. My family sleep. I am a family warrior all fucking day. You understand? My family right now is sleep in the bed. That's why I can be on here. I'm not going to take no time away from my family. Not. When you see me on here, I'm cooking, which means I'm in my own zone and it's cooking time. And everybody know when mama is cooking, get your ass out the kitchen and leave her alone so I can stream while I'm cooking. I'm cooking burrito tacos As soon as I get done here, I'm gonna take a bath, and then I'm gonna go cook burrito tacos, and then I'm gonna cook breakfast for my family. I cook 3 meals a day for the most part, unless I'm busy business. Okay, I am a family warrior, so I am not gonna sit here and have this hypocrite talk shit to me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I can point the finger at him, and I can honestly say that he is not focusing on the important thing, which is his own family. He's worried about being a blue pill simp for a MAGTOW queen. Now, y'all make that make sense. And you manosphere. Make that make sense. And like I said before, these modern women that you can't stand so much are the ones that you get up here and blue pill simp for. Like they need your protection. Talking about you a team. They do not forgive you. I just want you to know they do not forgive you. They judge you. But you're useful. Like I said, if I had a dumb dog with a big bark, I'd pull his ass out of the closet on my command if I was such a woman as she, Miss Late Late. And I would, woo, 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 and I put your ass right back in and know that you crazy as fuck for being my pet. I'm just keeping it real. The shit's silly. Shit's silly. Okay? Just a silly man. Focus on the important shit. Children need to learn how to read better, you know? You worried about running up under, sitting up under the coochie lips of a MAGTOW queen. That shit looks insane. And then he tried to say, oh, well, Mr. Rucker's not married and Mr. Rucker don't have a house. And Miss, what did he say? Mr. Rucker, he said, Mr. Rucker don't have a house. He's not married. He's single. And he said some other shit. He said some other shit. He don't have a house. He's not married. Or some shit like that. Or he don't have a good job. Well, if we're honest, if that's how you measuring Mr. Rucker, then how does Miss Late Late measure up against that? Did you think about that when you said that shit out your mouth? Because when I heard you say it, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, hold up. She's not married, so what does that mean? Okay. She don't have a house. She live in a student dormitory with her old ass. So what does that mean? And she don't got a job really. No stable employment. So what does that mean? I'm just saying. You see how stupid you gotta think, dude. You gotta get off that alcohol, get off that yak. Get off that yak, because your brain ain't functioning. You just loud wrong. You sitting up on a panel with a chick that fits all the shit that you judge as negative. You sitting on her panel doing it. You see how stupid that is? I ain't mad with you. I think your ass needs some support. I think you need to go get your a therapist. You got some layers going on. You got some layers going on, dude. You just keep lying, making up shit, coping. They took your channel, and I know for a fact it's the BWE women that's around Miss Late Late. I know it. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Cause Rucker, that ain't even his style. He didn't do it. I know I didn't do it, and don't nobody else. Everybody else then went the fuck away. They not paying y'all no attention. To be honest, I think it was either them BWE women got really offended by that toxic ass stream you did, and they got together, smiling while they doing it, and took your ass out, and you'll never know. You'll never know, right? I really want to know who the fuck did it, or it's the color queen, the queen of all colors. I don't doubt for a minute that she would. She got the ability to do it, and you a useful tool. So I don't know. I don't know. But that's just something to think about. When you keep putting all these values on marriage and this and that, you sitting there on her channel and you talking to a chick that is a femcel. Do you understand? You can be offending people while they're smiling. I don't know if you realize that. You think about what you say. You talk about people being broke. She doesn't have any money. She's struggling, and you talking shit. Why do you think she won't engage me? Have you thought about that? Why do you think Miss Late Late does not want no parts of Miss Mamie? You know why she don't want no parts of me? Because there is very, very, very little she can say about me. Very little.
Because any critique or anything she wanted to say, it will already be countered with facts. Okay? It will already be countered with facts. Facts that are evident already. She can't call me a femcel, can she? She can't talk about how I'm struggling to date, can she? She can't talk about my inability to keep a man, can she? She can't talk about none of that. That stuff she do with them other two women, trying to drag them two homeless women constantly. I think both are homeless. I'm not sure. I know at least one of them is. Why does she have to stoop so low? Do you think about that? Your only way that you can feel better, right, online and cope is to keep talking about somebody is homeless and losing jobs. She can't talk about me being unemployable, right? I retired out of my job after what, 16, 17 years? Can't talk about me, right? Can't talk about me being broke and fucked up and this and that, right? Can't talk about me being a baby mama and baby daddies and all kind of shit. She can't say any real things about me. I'm not living out of a car, right? You see, I got a house over there. Yeah, that's one of the properties, right? I'm an investor, a businesswoman. I got 3, 4 hours to sit and do what the fuck I want to do at any particular. There's not a whole lot. I'm not living the best life in America, no doubt. I'm living the life I want to live on my terms, right? This is why she don't want no parts of me. Y'all made that lie up last night. Yeah, she's just irrelevant. No, it's not that. She has to go real low on the totem pole to talk about women who are absolutely, probably worse off than her. And they're always homeless women. She cannot go blow for blow with me. She cannot do it. She's 35 and just now getting a motherfucking bachelor's degree. You understand? She is struggling. She can't talk to a bitch like me. She knows. She knows the pecking order. That's why this fucking bitch don't talk to me. You can't talk to me. You can't say anything to me. People know when they outgunned, baby. So y'all stop coping, talking that stupid shit. May is just irrelevant. Nah, that's it. She knows she won't have a leg to stand on. What you gonna say? May is fat? I already said that. So, and what is it changing? What is it stopping? Nothing. That's your only thing you can say. You're overweight. Okay, nigga. Her ass is fat too. And that's all y'all ever got. Somebody said, we'll see your ass behind the screen. She hides behind the screen. I don't. You see that? I've invited her several times. Why don't you come online? Come on stream. Let's see what you look like, girl. She's afraid to come online. She's afraid of what she look like. You can see my pictures over the years. I got pictures from me 17. It's all, I'll publish it again. 17 to 47. I got all my pictures. 17, 22, 27, 35, 38, 42, 47. Same bitch. Same chunky bitch. I ain't changed that much. Always been chunky. I ain't no round bolus bitch. I'm just chunky. I'm chunky. Chunky. And I'm okay. I'm good with me. My husband is good with me. So what? And when I tried to lose too much weight, he was like, hey, hey, don't do that. My booty fell off, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I had lost like 60 pounds. My booty fell off. I literally had sagging draws. And he was just like, May, I'm not feeling that. Right? And when your husband tell you he ain't feeling that, you gonna mess around and you're gonna get less of what you want. You know what I'm saying? Look, everything understood don't have to be said. Okay? I ain't gonna talk nasty on here. So when your husband say, I ain't feeling that flat booty, yeah, it's time to put them grits back on. Okay, put the grits back on. There go that squirrel again. He done popped up. I'm having a good time, y'all. All I need is some chai. I wish I had a servant. I'd be like, hello, please get me some tea. Make it quick now. Bring me the tea to the garden. But I don't. I don't have any servants. I don't have anything. I have to do it myself. So yeah, I'll get off here and I'll go get me some tea. Hey, what's up, boo? Who is Miss Lately? You know who Miss Late Lady is? That raggedy bitch. They had some stream last night just lying, talking about they winning. That shit pissed me off. I mean, I don't like arrogance and losing. I don't know if you know this, Woo, but Red Rooster lost his channel. and he's in mourning. Because he was talking down to all of us. That's why y'all don't follow rules. That's why y'all end up on Rumble. That's why you lost your channels. Y'all are out of control. You don't know how to have order in your life. Da 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 da. We was rolling, boy. We was rolling. Yeah, we all lost channels. Fuck it. But we had a good goddamn time on Rumble. We all back now though. We all back. So fucking what? And he mad. He mad. He was coping. He had a stream coping last night. He was lying, talking about I'm not married and I ain't got no marriage certificate, da 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 da, and all this other shit. Man, he just started telling lies, trying to make himself feel better. He was coping like a motherfucker. But everybody who seen that stream, they know that this nigga got some toxic hell in his ass. Okay, toxic. She said, "Okay, never mind." Yeah, you know who it is. That's the thing they got in common. Both of them got that biracial uh, rage. I think that's what the combining thing. She's pale and he pale. They two beige niggas, and they both suffering in that half black, half white body. That's what's going on. They coping together. I think he want to be dark skinned. I think that's what's going on. Dark skinned men got it going on, baby. I think he want to be dark skinned real bad, and he stuck beige. They think that everybody. I mean, I'm guilty. I think beige niggas, light skinned niggas is weak. They look weak to me. They look like, I'm just being honest. They look like white men. They look closer, so they look weak to me. I don't see nothing like real masculine about this. You got to have like a whole bunch of facial hair. You gotta overcompensate when you pale. I like dark. Most black women like dark. They like dark men. You're just not desirable when you pale. And honestly, the only black women who really want pale niggas is probably real dark chicks. To be honest, brown women, we want a dark man. Light skinned women, we want a dark man. Dark skinned women, they might be more than likely to want a light skinned man. And that's probably only because they want to have kids that they lighten up if they got self esteem issues. So yeah, light skinned men are in a little situation, you know. They weak sauce. They weak sauce. Little pale peckers and shit. Oh hell no. Hell no. Hell no. He was crying about you on Miss Lately. Yes, honey. Did a whole hour stream crying, not just about me, but just telling lies on Mr. Rucker, telling lies about me, talking about I'm irrelevant. No, that bitch don't talk to me and she don't want to rumble with me because anything that she thinks she could say to or about me, she knows she's outgunned. She knows she outgunned. That's why she pick on homeless women. So she can keep on talking, oh, they can't keep a job. Well, bitch, you ain't got a job. She just published some letter somebody shared with me where she talking about she gonna get laid off. Bitch, you been laid off. Stop it. You been living off student loans with your old ass. How are you 35 years old just getting a bachelor's degree, living in student housing? What the whole fuck is wrong with you? Did you plan your life? That's what I'm saying. That's why she don't want to rumble with me. Because I'm gonna start questioning all your goddamn lack of planning. I'm gonna critique all your shit. You know how I do. I get in the intestines. I troll deep. They don't want me to get started. She didn't tasted it. She don't want this. This ain't what you want, bitch. Don't act like you above it. You afraid of it. Cause I'll do an autopsy. I'll break it down why you fucked up. I'll break it down. You a female too, a black female. I know that better than anything. Socially awkward weirdo. And this is the thing, Woo. How about Rucker last night was live and he over there trying to be a fucking saint. And I started getting irritated because I was like, He was doing all this encouraging and shit. Well, maybe we can help her find something. There ain't nobody finna fuck with that. She's washed up. She's done. That ain't no damn solution. And this is the thing I was gonna say. But yeah, he was trying to be all positive and stuff. Yeah, she can find somebody and maybe somebody will scoop her up. None of that's happening. He's trying to be nice. He's trying to give a little grace, even though they were being ugly. But nah, she need the truth. That's what's wrong with her. She live in delusion. How you getting to just getting a bachelor's degree at 35 years fucking old? What have you been doing? You single with no children. What have you been doing? I'm not even gonna start. I'm not even gonna do it. But this is the thing now, Miss Late Late. If you listen, I know you are because your ass is obsessed. I want you to know that as of 24 hours to 36 hours ago, Mr. President Donald Trump, the orange Cheeto, he has reversed the decision to do student loan forgiveness. There is a program. So this is my advice to your late ass. I'm trying to help you out.
Because I was telling you last night, them student loans gonna eat your ass up. Because Trump ain't playing with these student loans. But apparently, I did update looking at the news, and it looks like they're trying to save the economy. Because really, the motherfucker's ruthless and he don't care. They have put caps. Let me tell you that. They have put caps on on bachelor's degrees, okay, and graduate degrees. So if you've been sitting there living off loans forever and you done built up a whole huge student loan thing, I just want you to know they got caps now. Lifetime caps. That's new. There used to be no caps. So Miss Late Late, you want to get a job because they are not about to let you be a ever forever student. If you think you're gonna live in student housing and keep on going and extending your degree 4 years, and you try to turn that 4 years into 5 and 6 years, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so that's one thing I want to tell you. They got a cap, lifetime cap now on student loans per year. So even that 20,000 for a bachelor, that's the maximum for the loan. Okay, so you've been living off of student loans and all that shit. That's over. I'm just letting you know. And they are ruthless when it comes to collecting their money. They're ruthless. They're gonna garnish wages. So Miss Late Late, you talking all that shit. My whole point of telling you all this about student loans. My whole point of telling you about student loans. Okay, and let me say this too. To qualify for the reinstatement of the student forgiveness, you have to be a social worker, a public servant, military, police, fire department. He even took most of the nonprofits out. Let's just be honest. Most of the nonprofit, that's out. You could be a teacher, right? Public servant. So that's my thing to you. Stop worrying about people's business and talking shit about me and talking shit about other people. Doing long ass trees, bitch. I ain't talked about you in a long time, so don't keep talking about me. I've been uninterested in you for a very long time. I don't even know why the hell you came around us. So don't keep fucking talking with that fucking raggedy ass nigga who need to be in his wife's face instead of blue pill simping on you. Do not sit and talk about me. Now, bitch, I'm gonna tell you right now, you got one more time. You got one more time, and I'm gonna get in your intestines. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna read you from his foot to your hair follicles. Okay? I've never done that. I will have fun. It will be a 3 hour stream with visuals. Play with it. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. So leave me alone. But that's what you need to do. You need to be worried about that instead of worried about Miss May May. Okay, you need to worry about how you gonna get them student loans together because they're gonna come collect you. They're gonna come collect you, and they're not gonna be nice. They've even changed the rules of forbearance. I read that too. People used to like me. People like me used to. Oh, I'm gonna just forbear that, sign a little paper. I ain't gotta pay for 2 years. That shit's over. They collecting on that ass today. They're ruthless. Okay, and I think the only reason why they allow it, the student loan forgiveness program, and it's still a category. So that's what you need to do. Focus on getting your goddamn career so you can get student loan forgiveness and stop worrying about Miss May May. That's what you need to worry about. The student loans need to be at the forefront of your mind. You late graduating bitch. You late as fuck. Okay? That's where I'm renting today. I don't appreciate it. So you old and you need to be focused. And it's the last thing I'm gonna say. Let me read the comments. Um, but did he say what happened to his channel though? No, Woo, he did not. We already know the woman of many colors probably took that shit out. And like I told him, these all smiling faces, the bitches that was most offended probably was the ones high laughing, you know? Oh, it's okay. We understand. They the ones probably did it to him. I'm just being honest. The ones pretending to be not offended, they probably the ones did it to him. I already know. BWE chicks, they probably heard that toxic, fucked up shit. And Woo admitted that shit was real toxic. Dudes be ranting and stuff, but that right there, that shit was just super toxic. It was coming from a dark place. You know what I'm saying? She living on student campus in college at 30. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead of her spending 4 and 5 hours chasing people, talking shit, doing streams, complaining and crying, and all, she needs to go and get a job. She is late. She is not playing her life. Instead of talking about Miss May May, calling me calendar. Bitch, my name is May. This coded bullshit. They said she lied. She was talking about, oh well, Mr. Rucker, he's getting all his what you say? Mr. Rucker's getting all his material from May. You a fucking lie. You a fucking lie. If you gonna tell some shit on me, let it be truth. I get mad when people lie. That's why I'm irritated today, because I don't like people lying. He done lied and said I'm not legally married. I'm about to publish my fucking marriage license with my husband's name blanked out, so this motherfucker can shut his red fucking trap. I don't like people lying on me. That shit I don't like. And then this bitch lying, talking about I just don't deal with her because she's irrelevant. No, that's not what it is, bitch. You outnumbered and outgunned. That's what it is. You know you can't handle Miss May May. You don't really want your feelings hurt. That's why you play with women who are weak sauce. That's why. That's why. Tell the truth. Stop lying. And then she gonna say this other lie, talking about I am telling I egg up Rucker. Woo. Does Rucker need anybody to motivate him? Please, for the record. Does he need anybody to motivate him? I've had Rucker send me stuff when I wasn't thinking about these two motherfuckers at all. And some stuff he don't publish, thank God, because the shit be funny as fuck. It may be hurtful. Some shit don't even get published, okay? Sometimes trolls laugh among themselves and shit don't get published, okay? It just disappears. It never comes to fruition, okay? So he got plenty of creativity. Some of y'all don't even see the shit. Trying to say I'm the motivation. Are you serious? You the bitch that harassed him. Tell the truth. Stop lying. You got that smoke from him and him alone directed on you because of what you did. Don't try to put that shit on me. May is keeping him eggs up. I'm not doing shit. You the one spent a whole year harassing and responding to this man and trying to troll him back. You did it. Ain't gonna try to put it on me. I can't stand motherfucking liars, man. Exactly, Woo. Yeah, his content was always worse than Rucker and Peso. It was the name calling and cursing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rucker is self motivated. He's his own fucking troll. I cannot stand when people do that. Try to act like somebody is puppeting somebody. Y'all always accusing me of that. Lies. I don't mind if people talk shit. I don't mind if somebody want to roast, but don't lie. Just don't lie. Don't do that. Lying irritates me. But she's late. Anyway, okay, now let me get to my last little thing. Don Gordito and Big J. I have not been I actually let me be honest with y'all. I unsubscribed from Big J's channel. I unsubscribed from Big J's channel. I like Big J. I'm not turning on Big J. Never will. I always keep it real with whoever. However, that's just my personality. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Everybody got an opinion. Da da da. But then, I don't want anybody to misconstrue and think, oh, May, you're not visiting his channel anymore, so now you're gonna act funny. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just telling y'all that I'm no longer subscribed and I'm not watching Big J's channel. So I didn't know what I still don't know what Don Gordito is talking about. That's all I'm saying. And the reason why I'm not subscribed and participating in Big J's channel is not because of Big J. It's not because of him. It's just because he has a person who race baits on his channel, and it's not healthy or serving a black woman like myself. You understand? And I said that if stuff don't serve you, just move on. And so I just don't. It's not Big J. I like Big J. I think he's a good commentary. He's a great way to wake up in the morning. I like his channel. But it's a sacrifice I'm making for my own self. I just don't want to be bothered with panelists who are pale and white, and their whiteness is always on display. I'm better than that, and I just don't want to be bothered with it. Now, black folks can do what they want to do. If they want to deal with that energy, that's up to them, but I don't. I got 1,000 other things to view. And I'm trying to think. There's this dude named Jamel. He starts early in the morning, but I can only listen to an hour because my ADHD starts kicking in.
But I listen to him now in the morning, and he talks about politics. So I get my dose of politics anyway, without the poor white trash commentary. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. But yeah, I don't have any desire to listen to a white woman bar down at black people and do all that shit. I just have no desire for that. It doesn't serve my world. Not the world I'm living in. I live in a nice little happy place. And that just irritates me. If somebody keeps irritating you, you're the crazy person to keep going around where they keep coming. So I just decided to unsubscribe my ass and keep it moving. And I like Big J. And so maybe I'll see Big J in chats and stuff and other people's spaces. You know what I mean? And that's good. That's cool. I like Big J. I think he's a cool dude. But I have this man named Don Gordito. Don Gordito, me and him joke back and forth and shit. And he be reading these little crazy books and stuff. And Don Gordito, he likes to go to these concerts. He loves to go old school concerts. He stay in a concert. Now, one thing about Don Gordito, he hangs around the manosphere, but let me tell you something. Don Gordito is an attractive brother. I don't know how old he is. I think he's in his 30s. But Don Gordillo is an attractive brother. And I say attractive, I mean he has a nice balanced personality, he has beautiful teeth. And he's nice looking and he's outgoing and he's in the world and he's doing his shit. He's not losing out here, he's winning. And Don Gordito, I follow his channel. And so my point of all of this is him and Big J are going back and forth. They've been going back and forth for a while now. Big J was here earlier and he said that I don't know the history. I don't know the history. I have a feeling it's about some Viper Pit or some kind of group that they've been harassing Big J. I don't know. I don't know the depths of it. And it has something to do with Reg. But I was listening to Don Gordito and he was commenting on Big J. And what he said was that Big J should be ashamed of himself because he is complaining and crying about $300 from like a year or two ago that he lost after demonetization. Also, Big J, congratulations on getting monetized. Congratulations. I know that was a big deal for you, and maybe it's part of the Second Chance program. I don't know. But Big J is funny. He's a well-rounded person. Everybody likes to see him crash out and talk crazy or get in people's ass. People enjoy that. I mean, I've enjoyed that many a time. My husband would be like, "What you laughing at?" And I'd be like, "Big J going off again." He's like, "Oh, okay." My husband hasn't heard it, but he knows I listen to Big J in the morning. Not any longer, but I was. Um, but what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, Don Gordito brought it to my attention just because he had a video. And in the video, he proceeds to talk about planning one's life and the age appropriateness of, having some money and shit. And he basically was very kind, I think, because he didn't go in and he wasn't being nasty. He even took a breath and he's like, let me, like, balance myself a little bit in what I'm about to say. So he was cautious about not saying anything in a mean spirited manner. And what he said, I have not watered this fucking area. I've been out here how long? I'm about to go and water the garden. Well, finish the top part. This won't take long. But anyway, Don Gordito basically he laid out some thoughts, and I thought it was kind of thoughtful of him. And he said that Big J needs to really like think about how come he doesn't have a hustle at his age, and how come he has, um, not generated enough income when he's 40 or so, working able-bodied guy. Why is he find himself is in the city of not city in the state of Texas not thriving? And let me say this: a lot of times people have circumstances and situations they can't share with the world. Let's say that, okay, to give people grace. Sometimes people have stuff going on. um I had this very brief period of time in my life. I had dated this guy Morehouse, and he had particular family members he was helping, and he had to do that as a man. And so that was one of the reasons why he was working two jobs while going to Morehouse. Okay, so I was like, wow. And on the outside looking in, you be like, what are you doing with your money? You wasting your money. You work two jobs, you ain't got nothing to show for it. You can't see everything that people spend and where they spend it and why. You don't know. So we'll say that. That's that part. Sometimes people are helping others, for whatever reason, whatever situation, circumstance. You just don't know, right? And I had what you call it? I had a my principal. I kept wondering why he wouldn't retire. Why he wouldn't retire? I come to find out, people talk, maybe telling shit that he had tax.
He had some tax situations. He had a huge tax debt that he was working off with the IRS. We found that out. As soon as he got that shit paid off, he finally retired. But we just kept saying, man, why don't you go head on? Because he was, you could tell he was tired of being a principal. And that's what it was. He had a tax debt from the IRS. He had made some bad financial decisions, and he had a huge tax thing sitting on his head. So that's why he was working. My point is, you never know why a person is working and where the money is going. Somebody would look in and be like, "Damn, you worked a whole extra 7 years after potential retirement. What was you doing?" He ain't gonna tell everybody his business. You like, "Yeah, I was in a tax debt." People don't tell all their business. So there, let's just put that on the back burner. That you have people who have situations and circumstances where you do not necessarily see where the money is going, but it's going somewhere. The second thing I was gonna say is that it is interesting because he told him he needs to get his hustle on, and and I agree with him. And so I wanted to say that Big J, you got so many things you can do to hustle, side hustle. I made jokes, kind of, sort of. I told him he should grow some eggs, because eggs is expensive and shit, and they probably gonna go up again. But he's a rancher, not a farmer, so that might not work out. I don't know. But real areas you can grow eggs and chickens. Anyway, maybe that's not that good of money. I don't know, but I was just thinking about with being able to do something locally. But it is important to get your hustle on. So that's all I'm gonna say. Um, and it's to everybody. Get your hustle on. Have multiple streams of income. Right. I used to do lots. I stopped doing lots because I had to invite you know dudes into my apartment because I was unwilling to get a what you call it. And then I eventually got to the point I would do women only. You know how strange that is? People call you. I saw your flyer. I only do women now. What kind of shit is that, right? Um, so I had to stop doing locks because I wasn't willing to have. I was dating my husband. I wasn't willing to have men come into my apartment at that time to get their hair done. So I stopped. That was a side hustle I was doing on the weekends while I was teaching. You understand? So you got to keep a side hustle. So that's what I want to say. Be encouraged, brother. Be encouraged. Get you a side hustle. Get you something else you do, extra stream of income. I don't want to assume that you don't, but you probably might not if you think YouTube. And that's what Don was saying, that YouTube should not be necessarily considered a side hustle. And I'll be honest with y'all, most of the people who have is like playing the lottery will be like, yeah, YouTube gonna get it for me. Nah, it's not. Most people are not doing that much on YouTube. They're not. It's not if within the first year, if you're not popping, you gotta switch it up, change, do something different, totally different. Um, because you either gonna make it, or you're not. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how YouTube is. And people who don't think so, that's just because they really holding out hope. It's like the playing the lottery, right? People keep scratching them things because they just really, really holding out hope that one good goddamn day they're gonna get it. They're gonna hit the jackpot. Guarantee you, within a year, if you're not, excelling and like, tons of subs coming naturally, organically, and growing, it's just not the thing, It's not the real thing. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. But I would say that I think that, everybody needs multiple hustles. And there's so many different ways to hustle. I have subscribed to a couple of channels that have hustles. And my accountant, financial, what do you call it? What is it? They got some kind of term. Personal fuck it. I don't matter. It doesn't matter. He's one of them expensive ass accountants. They the top accountants. I can't think right now. My brain is tired. I need some chai. But he had tried to give me the side hustle. He was telling me about buying was it title tax was it tax tuck. Like when people owe taxes on their house, you take your money and invest it and you pay their taxes for them. I forgot the name. But he'd been for years trying to get me to do that as a side hustle. I told him I wish I would. I don't trust that. He does it. He makes good money doing it. But I just wasn't feeling that. The real estate thing is just tricky. It's just, I've gotten turned off from real estate. It's not my thing. It's not anything bad. It's just not my thing. And then he was trying to get me deeper on real estate. I was like, oh no, tax liens. Is it tax liens? Is it called tax liens? He's trying to get me to establish tax liens, I guess, something like that. Tax bonds, some shit. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not doing that. He's like, you're gonna miss out, May. I was like, well, I'll miss out. I like hustles. that are easy breezy. So anyway, I was saying, but those are the type of hustles that some people have tried to get me on is, financial, real estate, even some Airbnb. I ain't doing that. Um, I actually, that's a lie. I've been doing Airbnb, not here in the United States though. I use management. What do you call it? Property managers. So that's not the same as Airbnb, but down in the DR, uh, we yeah we did use Airbnb. So that's I'm not telling that wasn't completely truthful. In the United States, I did never use Airbnb, use property managers. But you understand what I'm saying? You got to have some side hustles, some other shit you do. Don is right; he's correct, and you should have multiple ones by the time you're that age. And so I just want to throw this out there. I was kind of doing some creative thinking about it, and it's true. You need a side hustle. You need money, especially a man. You need money. Money is attractive. You know what I'm saying? Money is appealing. Money is for self-subsistence, self-sustenance. And so I think he's right. And Big J, you should. I think Big J should spend some time. I think it's gonna rain. Y'all see this? It's gonna fucking rain. Big J, you should spend some time. Take a break from the internet and think about how you can do side hustles. And I know you live out in the boonies. He live out somewhere in the boonies, but he could absolutely. Don is right. He could absolutely find other ways to generate income. Everybody needs to do that, especially in this time that we're in with all this instability. You got all these different apps and shit. You could develop an app. If you don't want to be a tech person, fine. There are things that exist already. You know, for a long time, I was selling on eBay. When I was in college, I was selling hats to kids from California on eBay for all the reasons I don't know. But most of my customers came from California. I was advertising shit on eBay. I was selling books on eBay. At some point, I was selling PORN on eBay. Don't tell nobody, but I did. I started selling PORN on eBay, and I was making good money doing it. I'm sorry to tell you, but I did. Um, eBay is amazing. And you got people that do weird, crazy shit, and they make money off of eBay and other stuff. There was one lady, she was signing potatoes. She was a nobody. She would just sign a potato. Like, for example, it's like a potato gram. She just had potatoes. And so you live in a rural area. Um, you could be like Big J's Signed Potatoes website and get called Good Morning America, something go fucking viral and be like, I'll sign your potato today or whatever the fuck you got out there. Y'all, you can sell fucking cow patties. Look at the resources you have. You can take cow patties and shape them into little houses. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm telling you that quirky, weird shit is what sells, and it goes viral, and people will want it. You call it a cow shit gram or something. You send it out to people you think are full of shit. I'm just being creative here. But there was a lady, literally, you can look it up. She had signed potatoes. She was just buying potatoes. No, no, sorry, not fucking potatoes. It was rocks. It was fucking rocks. I'm sorry, erase that. It was rocks. She was going to a stream or a river where they had a bunch of river rocks, endless river rocks. And she would just sign the fucking river rocks and she would send them. So people would, like, send her a PayPal and they would tell her what to say to the person, and she would write it on there in a permanent marker and put the fucking rock in the box and send it. The bitch got rich off of selling handwritten fucking rocks. Believe it or not. So it's all kind of quirky, weird, crazy shit. In this political era, you could sell. You could. I'm gonna give you permission to take and steal this idea. You live in Texas. Y'all motherfuckers hate y'all's damn governor. You got all them black folks in Houston and Dallas that mad about that asshole Hot Wheels. Okay? So you don't have to worry about trademarks and then like that. It's a nickname, Hot Wheels. You could create a whole series, do your political shit, come up with some fucking themes, some funny shit, some jokes that people in Texas, you can put a Texas flag on it and you can put them two wheels as like a logo in front of the Texas flag and call it like Hot Wheels and it just be a whole bunch of like political commentary dragging your governor. And you can write whatever you want to write. You into politics, so you can do it. And you can have a series of Hot Wheels shirts. You put them on print on demand on Amazon, and them motherfuckers will sell. People outside of Texas will buy them. You know, how about them Hot Wheels? Whatever you want to call it.
you can come up. You can get graphic designer, go on Fiverr or whatever. Design the shit, get it in vectors, and let these print on demand companies like Amazon let them sell that shit for you. You never know how it could go. People are really tired of Abbott. So I'm just giving some ideas. I'm just saying. You got Etsy. Look at where you are. Look at what resources. That lady had a whole bunch of river stones, and she had the bright idea of signing the shit and selling them, and she made a lot of money. She was like back ordered. She couldn't sign them fast enough. People would say stuff like "Happy Birthday," and they got a rock in the mail. So Don is correct, and I think he's right, and I think that's right for a lot of people. A lot of people need side hustles. Side hustles will keep you happier too. Because when you got more money, a lot of times you're more happy because you got less stress. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all, I'm tired. I got to finish my garden. I done said everything I came to say today. And I think I'm going to roll my damn music box out here and listen to some good shit. Listen to some Stone Temple Pilots, some Red Hot Chili Peppers, some Counting Crows, some of that shit, some Nirvana. And I'm going to chill the fuck out and get ready to cook this barilla tacos. That's what I'm going to do. All right, Red Rooster with your wrong ass. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. Peace, peace.